Divas and show. Oh, hi. The song ended, huh? Well, I'm glad you're here. Happy Tiara Tuesday, and thank you so much for joining me for this evening's special edition of Tiara Tuesday, our 2025 pageant watch party, Behind the Crowns, a Queen's Confessional. I'm your hostess for the evening, Talia Day, program strategist at Eyes Like Mine Incorporated, and Mistress of Ceremonies for the Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. This particular year, I had the privilege of standing alongside a media giant, Miss Lisa Durden, as we shared the microphone and the podium as co-MCs. On behalf of the Board of Directors at Eyes Like Mine, as well as our executive leadership in our President and Co-Founder, Crystal Allen, and our Vice President and Co-Founder, Niquella Wright-Prevost, I'm so excited to have you join me, from prospects to applicants, to contestants, to competitors, and for some, queens. Grab your snacks, grab some tissues, get ready to laugh, cry, and relate to our queens as they share their journey, preparation process, and experience. Tonight, you'll get to hear from our Floridian support group facilitator and fashionista, our art fair, spoken word, and beach-loving Georgia Peach, our No Limits North Carolinian with all the Southern hospitality, impacting her community in her own unique way, and our small-town Missouri girl, trailblazing as she made her way to a big, big city for the very first time. Join our queens as they reintroduce themselves and give you a little bit about what comes to mind when they first hear Pageant Day.
Hey everybody, I am your girl, I am your queen, I am Courtney Coco Brown, your Miss Blind Diva 2025 and your Miss Photogenic 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your Miss Independent 2025 from our Eyes Like Mine Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant, and it is my pleasure to serve you and to represent those within the visually impaired and blind community.
Hello, everyone. I am Bianca Johnson, also known as Miss Altruistic 2025, representing North Carolina.
I am Lakisha Guest. I'm directed toward 2025. I'm from Psychic, Missouri.
OMG, Pageant Day.
We here, y'all. It's Pageant Day. We made it.
Pageant Day.
Pageant Day.
Nervous. I was wow.
There's so much I can say about the Pageant Day.
When I think about Pageant Day, I think about arrival, but also a departure all at the same time. Because you arrive at a certain position and then you are catapulted into a new destiny. So that's what I think about when I think about Pageant Day.
Beauty treatments, makeup, hair.
I didn't sleep. I was anxious. I was excited, but I was also very scared. I really didn't know what to expect. Yeah.
Oh, it was exciting, nervous, and
I made it. Those are the first two.
Gowns, dressing.
Honestly, so serious. Pageant day was like, we're here. The moment has finally arrived. All the hard work and preparation and, you know, the behind the scenes. Are we going to do it? Are we not going to do it?
really for real, it was nervous and excited at the same time. When I walked into that dressing room, I feel love, kindness, courage. I feel like we are family. I feel so good to be part in there. I feel like I had a family in there already.
It's kind of things that you remember: the laughter, the smiles, the hugs, the scent of the perfume. Does anybody have an extra bobby pin, you know, in case we have a little fashion mishap? But all those little details that kind of come to a full experience of pageant day. So
I actually loved meeting everyone in person. Like, that to me was just like, oh wow.
Is everything gonna work out? It's, you know, because people like to think that pageantry is everything is so perfect and excellent, but you really, to be a queen and to be, you know, even a part of the conversation, you really have to make a step-by-step and a decisive decision to be like, I'm worth it. I belong in the room. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be present.
From, you know, us meeting, you know, weekly and monthly and all, and to actually see everybody in person. Everybody was just excited about, you know, changes and you know, outfits, and it was just very a different you know, experience, because of course, yes, this wasn't my first pageant. So just to see all what goes on behind the scenes and dressing and getting changed in like a nanosecond to get back out there and do the...
And I also think about the fact that my family showed up, because I was like, they're here. So that's what I think about when I think about pageant.
A lot of moving parts, but it was like a hurry up, rush, excited rush as well. So it wasn't like, oh, okay, I'm just being rushed, but this is like exciting.
Deborah's infectious laugh behind the scenes at the end of the show when it's like, oh, we're done. Heels are coming off and it's over. So
it was a lot.
It's a lot is right. And don't I know? From personal experience as a pageant contestant, pageant winner, and now pageant coach, I can relate to these women, and it's been an honor and a pleasure serving alongside and helping them navigate this journey. Now that you've heard a little bit about their thoughts, just preliminarily about pageant day, let's backtrack a little bit. Our pageant day was filled with a number of additional features, presentations, awards, surprises. So, our queens will tell us a little bit about their thoughts on those occurrences on program. Let's get into some presentation highlights.
The one thing that really moved me during the pageant was the Clap for That award. And to see Miss Layla receive that, it was just like, my little heart just melted. I'm a very, you know, crying, soft person, but it really, and I'm very emotional. So it was a very emotional moment, you know, to hear her accept the award and to give her speech and for her to give, you know, thanks to her family and to the Eyes Like Mine organization for even just, you know, thinking that much of her and what she does to honor her with that award. I just thought it was really, really sweet.
Speaker, her name was Rose, so she was our motivational speaker, and I was in the back still waiting for us to start back up with competition, and she was definitely taking in the contestants and what they were doing. And part of her speech, she was going down a list of some of the things that the ladies had did, and how they lost their vision, and just a little brief little touches that we had shared previously. And she mentioned, she was like, you know what, we have no excuse. And that kind of touched me because it's true. And I just feel like every single lady, every single contestant that was, stepped foot on that stage, we were literally leaving our hearts there. And if we can get up here and, dance around, speak, braille, anything, if we can do that, it was one of those things that, hey, like, I don't have no excuse. Like, they're doing this and they're doing it non-sighted, and they're doing it that some sighted people can't even do. So it was one of the things that when she sat there and she was just like, hey, I have no excuse. Like, I really gotta, this has been such motivating to me to keep going and do the things that I want to do in life, or to maintain what she's already done. So that was one of the things in her speech that definitely stuck out to me, and I'm glad she mentioned that.
Layla, when she was awarded with the award from the city council or from the municipal council, and it was so awesome because the speaker, she was just so bold and powerful and confident in honoring the person, and not just, and she was able to express that it's not just a piece of paper that you're receiving, but that it took so many votes and it took so many people to consider that Layla was worthy of receiving her honor. Like, she spoke of honor and deservedness.
And the one thing about a resolution, Layla, is it has to be explained that we vote on these. They're not just pieces of paper and binders. So when they're presented, they need to be presented with the story that goes with it.
And I just thought that was so necessary, because so many times you might think, well, I'm just getting this just because they like me, or, it's required. But like, just in that presentation, like, just the fact that she emphasized and reiterated the fact that no, this is an award based on what you deserve, and so many people were in consideration with this award, and this is something that you truly deserve, and really admonishing her and just encouraging her in what she has already brought to the organization, and so much more that she has to offer.
Introduction, talent, spokesmodel, the diva and me, fun fashion, evening wear, celebrity contestant, and interview to help determine Ms. Altruistic with our judges. And this year was our lucky number 7, as 7 beautiful contestants graced our stage with poise, class, confidence, and dignity. In this segment, our 2025 Better Together Court takes a moment to honor all of our 2025 Better Together contestants. Let's listen.
Like I said, these ladies took on their stage is showing. I mean, when they were sharing their talents and stuff, it helped me that our voices matter, and I appreciate for all the ladies that showed it. Just be you, and that's why I said it's hard to choose, because I mean, these ladies are amazing, and they help me and they inspire me that you're not alone, and we here together uplift one another and to share our story. They showing that courage, confidence, and these ladies had touched my heart, and I'm proud of them, and it's showing me that we all here together, we all better together, and we here together and look one another. It don't matter what we look, our looks, our talking, our speech, and our blindness. And I mean, we here together to share and inspire, one another. And yeah, that's my second. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, because it was hard for me to choose one of them, because all these ladies are major. The one that's not crowning, they are the major too, And I feel like, that we all deserve it. It ain't about the crown. It's just, our voice matters. So, yeah, it's now I can see, like, hey, I can do me and just be out there and, and share. And it has helped me that I'm not just, I am somebody. So that's why the ladies helped me to be, to show me come out being confidence, just being you, So
Deborah Fitzgerald, she's a bundle of joy, a ray of light, and her performance in the pageant really captivated me. And just, her joy and her song and the lyrics, she was so expressive, and you can tell it was a true and a praiseworthy performance, like, really coming from the heart. And
Bianca's was amazing because she was definitely reading it off of Braille, but I got to know a little bit more of the inside of her story when she did her poem. That was like, wow. Like, just how she referenced it back to Bag Lady. Like, okay, girl, I see you.
Now, on the other hand, these descendants would have us to believe that they did not accept him because they were deceived and misled by my client. Members of the jury, are these helpless people?
Stephanie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just love her passion and the way she speaks, and she's just so articulate, and I just love her. I could tell, like, just in what she was speaking about and how she was just, projecting her passion on everyone. Like, I could tell, like, she feels very, very deeply about the things that she does and her missions and the things that, she wants to change and improve. Like, and also I got that from Rhea as well. When she was talking about her, environmental goals and the things that she wants to do to improve, you know, um, New Jersey and just the different thing. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, they're definitely very passionate. I'm passionate in what I do, but I can definitely tell they're very passionate as well. I loved Miss Rhea Hood. I loved her dance. Like, even though I couldn't tell, physically see what she was doing as far as the dance goes, like the music and just kind of the description that, was given to me of like what she was wearing and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh, like I would love to, first of all, not being able to see, to be up there dancing like that. That was just like, oh wow, like it was really, really creative, and I just love creative people. So,
Rhea Hood's performance and her nation, the activity, her limbs and her members. Clarity was obviously there because it was not a pattern that she was able to see, but it was a pattern that she was able to feel and to recognize through rhythm and repetition. So even when we present ourselves to people, it's through a rhythm and a repetition of beauty, of light, of resource, of resonance, of fragrance, of all these things and elements that make us women who we are, living in our everyday experience. And it's just
the one that really stuck out to me, and I was like, oh, she got flow, was Ashley. When Ashley got up there and did her spoken word and her rap, it was like, oh, okay, I see you. Like, it was just like the vibe was there, and I'm all about like poetry, spoken word, and Ashley just very much gives me just easy breezy, just very like, okay, let's go to the beach. Like, she gives me very much zen. So, like, it was just, like, dope. So, I just wanted to start snapping, like, okay, girl, we got it. It was cool. So, it definitely touched me. And I was glad. Because I was standing in the back um, waiting for my turn. So, I saw it in real time when I witnessed her performance.
From circumstantial preparation sabotages to spur of the moment stage mishaps and every insecurity in between that you can think of. Our queens experienced it all. Let's hear them talk about navigating those for their favorite personal showcase of the day.
So pageant day is here. We have now entered into composition time. And one of the first competitions that was up was talent. And as we're preparing upstairs in the dressing room, we get the run. We kind of had the run of show already, but you kind of like, you kind of forget it in a sense because you're still trying to prepare. You know, talent is a big deal. And I'm gonna be real transparent with you guys right now. So talent comes around. I had every intention on doing something completely different. In my talent, I praise dance. So I was practicing though almost a whole year. I was supposed to tap dance.
So I did a praise dance in the song called I Believe by Photogenic because it was telling my story, you know, my struggles, how far I came, and you know, how far I came this far. The praise and worship is deep in my heart that every movement and step that I took on the stage, I want the audience to see, I want the audience to feel that what I've been going through, you know.
I have been losing weight and I needed some new tap shoes. Well, my tap shoes did not come in time. So I was like, okay, I gotta do something else. Well, then I was kind of paralleling it with praise dance. So what you guys saw was a freestyle. I freestyled that whole entire dance.
It took a lot of practice for me to listen to the words and every moment I do it, and given all what I have done, like thinking in my mind, like what I have been going through, like thinking about my disability, think about that I was thinking that I was not going to be nothing, or, you know, and always thinking about my speaking, you know. That's why I chose that, because it feels good to dance for the Lord, you know, and just give it all, and just to come out and, you know, to just be you.
I did a spoken word. It was called Q Trigger. You know, I switched it up a little bit. Not the
Q Trigger, go figure, making stacks like 6 figures, like Big Tigger, Rap City, the basement, got proof my God is greater, like paper statements. From
not the most princess-like presentation, I'm going to always speak about God and his character in anything that I do. So that was something that kind of had been brewing in my spirit for many years, believe it or not. And it kind of
So I was a nervous wreck. When I ordered my praise dance costume, it was fine, it fit. But like I said, I have been losing weight. So as I'm putting it on upstairs, it is too big. It's too big. So I had on my dress, which is my royal purple dress, and I had ordered a gold skirt, a white skirt, and then I had on the purple pants to match.
You know, different things kind of came to my mind, but this is something that over the years, I remember I was at the house one day. You know, you're just kind of getting ready for a nice day. You're like, let me put on something cute. Let me get ready. I was upstairs in like a loft area. The lyrics kind of came to mind. Q Trigger, like, what are you going to start? Where's the passion coming from? Where's the fire? Like, you know, and that had kind of been culminating over the years. So actually, it kind of settled and rested upon me. I'm like, I'm going to have the confidence to go and just share the word of God in a different method in a different manner. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. I was prepared in my mind, and it resonated in my heart. And you just kind of go over the lyrics. You're like, yep, enunciate, pronounce, project, and let the word of God be heard. And that was kind of, I put on my pretty little dress and I was good. You got the heels and you're good to go. And it's like the rendering of the word of God is always going to be something that you're able to move in not self-confidence, but in God confidence. So that's kind of what enabled me to just, go before the people and be like, this is what it is. This is what we're saying. And I hope you hear it. I hope you receive it. Take joy and delight. And, let's keep this show moving, because it actually had prepared something else, but that's kind of what I settled on in my spirit, to be like, nope, this is what I'm going to do today. This is what people need to hear. So you go with what's needed, and that's what was needed. So preparation was there, and the word was ready to go. So that was Q Trigger.
Daria, I didn't expect that she was gonna say all that. And, I almost cried when I stood up there. I was like, growing up with no friends, growing up with don't have no sister bond. I had my kid, like my baby girl. We so close. She was my biggest supporter. It's just, she always want me to come with the idea. She will always agree what I wanted to have for us to be on that stage. And I told her, what? It ain't always have to be me, Diva, me. You could say something about us, And yeah, and I'm proud of her. When we got on that stage, I didn't have no idea what she was gonna say. I mean, till I didn't hear her clearly what she said. I was just nervous because she was holding my hand, was just telling me, don't be nervous. She said, we got this. I was so nervous, didn't know what she was saying, and all I hear is everybody was cheering for her, and it made me feel better. It made me feel better, like, okay, that's what we need. That way I know that we did good together on that stage. And I mean, she did all that. So she wasn't even scared at all. So if she just telling me just to be calm and take a deep breath, and she encouraged me, keep telling me that I was doing good so far, and she continued to tell me to just be me on that stage and stuff. But yeah, it was beautiful to just to see the mom and the daughter together on that stage. It's just, she supported her mama, and yeah, I'm just proud of her do her thing,
Falling down as I'm walking down the aisle, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm nervous, heart beating fast. I'm like, okay, divas don't fall, queens don't slip. Trying to prep myself. I'm like, Lord, please don't let me bust my tail. This is gonna be real embarrassing. I gotta keep it cute. Gotta be a diamond. We gotta rock it out.
I can say my favorite showcase that I did would have to be my poem, Miss Bag Lady.
I see my story not as a weight, but as wings of perseverance that lift me higher.
Writing that poem was very emotional for me. So because it does kind of embodies everything that I've been through, things that I've accomplished, things that I, overcome. And then to actually get on stage and actually perform it, I didn't get to recite it from heart, from memory like I wanted to, because I just had so much going on. We're trying to get prepared for this and that and family stuff. So I didn't get to, actually give it the oomph that I wanted to give it. But I think I did very good for read, and especially because I am not a fast reader. So the fact that I could actually, I timed myself to that, I would not take more than 5 minutes to read it. That was a huge accomplishment for me. And I just loved the response that, everybody gave and everybody's reactions to it. And I knew that, a lot of people could relate, who've been through some of the same things that I've been through.
So I had on some ballerina shoes as well. So we get down, the talent is moving down. I was so happy that I was actually the last contestant because I was nervous. So we get here, they say contestant number 352, Courtney Brown. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, I am stepping on my dress because my pants, my skirt, because it's falling down. So I step on stage and I never forget, and Talia was like right there, and she was like my comfort kind of. And so I wanted to say something and I kind of stopped, and it was like this little like pause up in there. Well, I couldn't see the mic. And I was like, okay, so I say what I need to say, and then the music starts. Well, as soon as the music starts, I end up, I did like my first turn and I overturned. And then my whole heart just hit the floor. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fall.
And normally, yes, I memorized, my poems, but I knew that one was pretty long. And I kind of wrote it like towards almost, so I didn't really have time to practice. I had too much going on in my household. So I didn't really have that space that I needed to actually, memorize it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going old school. I'm bringing my braille.
In the middle of the dance, I stopped. I was like, I gotta take these shoes off or I'm gonna fall, because one thing we ain't finna do, we are not finna fall. So I look over to Talia and I was like, I gotta take my shoes off. I take my shoes off and I was just like, okay, just go, just hit it hard. And I just like said, Lord, use me however you wanna use me. And we gotta dance. So I danced my heart out. I was in jazz. I was tap dancing pretty much my whole life. I had stopped for some years. I started back like a few years ago, but then I hit it hard when I took on the commitment of wanting to compete in Miss Blind Diva. And I was talking to Rosalind and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And she was like, I said, well, I definitely dance and I praise dance and I tap dance. She was like, you should tap dance. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna do it. So she was like, yeah, because I don't think they had anybody like that. But I knew she praised dance. So it was one of those things that I was like, that's like, kind of common. And I was like, okay, I wanted to do something different. But then my shoes, like I said, my shoes were the shoes that I have been practicing, they were too big. And I was like, I definitely need smaller shoes. And I want to make sure. And I'm actually, I think everything happens for a reason, because the stage was slippery. And I was like, oh my goodness. But it was going to be to, oh God, what's the name of the song? Walking in My Purpose. It was gonna be to that song. It was gonna be a mix of a couple songs, and Blessings on Blessing. Like, it was gonna be like, the beat was gonna be really, really hype. I was gonna have on my tap dance little outfit. It was sparkly. It was so cute. I was so excited. And I was just like, okay, you know what? As a backup, I could do the praise dance. So yes, tap dance was my very first choice.
But the one thing I did when preparing, I would say probably my introduction, I feel like was my strongest. But the one thing that I did take into consideration, just from our meetings and different things like that, was the time. And, sometimes I was up there, I was like, ooh, they're taking a long time. I thought they said it was only supposed to be 1 minute or 2 minutes. Like, they're up there for a long time. And I know just from looking at other pageants, time is, you can lose points for being over the time that, you're allotted. So when I was up there, I was making sure that I said everything I needed to say in the allotted amount of time that was given to me, because I was taking it that serious, that where I didn't want any points taken away from me. Um, so yeah, I think I was definitely very mindful of how much I said and how quickly I got my point across. I know it said the talent had to be no more than 5 minutes, so that's why I made sure I practiced reading my poem to get it under, and I think I did it in like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I would actually time myself at home and read it, to get through it within that 5 minutes. Like everything I did, yeah, I made sure I timed it to stay within that time frame.
As sure as I am that those queens needed a break from that whirlwind on pageant day. You need a break now too, don't you? Let's take a 5-minute intermission. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch your legs, refill your snacks, your drink, use the washroom, but don't go too far. Come right back so we can dive in to our next segment of Behind the Crowns, a Queen's Confessional. See you in 5. The Tiara Tuesdays live stream series is proudly presented to you by Eyes Like Mine Incorporated by way of Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant's 2025 Better Together Queen's Court. Ms. Blind Diva and Ms. Photogenic, Courtney Brown. Ms. Independent, Ashley Inniss. Ms. Altruistic, Bianca Johnson. And Director's Choice, Lakisha Guest. Special thanks to our executive leadership, pageant and live stream production teams, and our partners, allies, supporters, and viewers.
Women have been shaping human history since the dawn of civilization, but it's the month of March that was chosen to honor women throughout history. Here's why. The origin story of Women's History Month is up for debate, but it was born right here in the U.S. during the suffrage movement, when women were fighting for the right to vote. Some historians say that its roots can be traced back to a protest on March 8, 1857. It was then that a group of women from New York City textile factories allegedly staged a strike over poor working conditions. But scholars argue that this demonstration was fabricated, suggesting that the strike was invented retroactively to give the annual celebration a more compelling backstory. At first, women's history was only observed for one day. The Socialist Party of America first declared National Women's Day in 1909 amid the women's rights movement, but the idea quickly spread around the globe. The idea of an International Women's Day was proposed and approved in 1910 at the International Conference of Working Women in Copenhagen, which we now celebrate every year on March 8th. Fast forward to the 1970s in Sonoma County, California, where a group of people were fed up that women's history was being left out of the classroom. The first Women's History Week was celebrated in March 1978, culminating with a parade in downtown Santa Rosa, California. This local celebration turned into a movement. Activists pushed to make this week official, and it worked. In 1980, President Carter issued the first presidential proclamation, declaring the second week of March as National Women's History Week. And that momentum kept growing. In 1987, Congress officially declared March as National Women's History Month. A special presidential proclamation is issued each year, which honors the extraordinary achievements of women in America. But more than 30 years later, the fight for gender equality continues. In 2020, for every dollar a man made, women made 82 cents.
President and co-founder at Eyes Like Mine Incorporated, and we are here for our 2025 Sneaker Ball celebrating our Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant contestants, the Better Together edition, and our Powerhouse 2024 title holders. It's Blindness Awareness Month.
Independence is contestant number 3. Oh,
Here, I want to thank Crystal for the awesome chance encounter. I just want to thank everybody that's here in the room. The heart is really, really big, and it reaches out to people. You know what? You're beautiful, and so am I. So.
There we go. There we go. That's a good shot right there. There we go.
Eyes Like Mine, Incorporated. Where vision loss doesn't break us, it builds us. Home of Dancing with the Blind and the Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. Let's connect. Online at www.eyeslikeMine.org, via email at info@eyeslikeMine.org, or by phone at 973-327-3035.
Yes. Welcome back to Behind the Crowns, a Queen's Confessional, our 2025 Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant watch party kickoff. If you hung out with us during the intermission, you saw a few things. You learned a little bit about Women's History Month, why it's featured in March, and why we're doing this in March. Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. Here at the Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant, our annual recruitment season kicks off every year at the beginning of March to coincide with Women's History Month. Here at the Ms. Blind, highlighting the strength and resilience of women everywhere, sighted or non-sighted. You also got to take a look at some highlights from our 2025 Sneaker Ball, where our reigning Ms. Independent, Ashley Inniss, was crowned by her predecessor, who is only our second ever in history dual title holder, our 2024 Ms. Blind Diva and 2024 Ms. Independent, Rosalyn Kennedy. As an art student with background in fashion merchandising, I live for a good runway moment. Our queens will unpack now and talk a little bit about some of their fashion do's and don'ts. And like I said before, anything that comes in between. Special thanks to our fashion sponsor, Ashley Stewart of Newark, as they provided outfits for our contestants to model and showcase during the fun fashion phase of competition, and gift to them for each contestant to take home as a lasting souvenir from their experience on pageant day.
Period. She said period.
I remember watching the pageant from last year, and so my predecessor, Miss Rosalyn Kennedy, Miss Blind Diva 2024, she's like we're like kinsters when it comes to like being extra, and so she did the Japanese thing. So I got the idea. We had went to, when we did the Queen's Brunch in New Orleans last year at the NFB convention, we all dressed up. And that's something like when we see each other and spend time together, we have like themes like bees, bumblebees, and had our tutu skirts. I had made my skirt and stuff. So she was like, Coco, you should do a bumblebee. And I was like, well, let's say, you know what, Queen Bee, okay. I immediately started like brainstorming, and I'm like, okay, I can do my shoes, I can do bumblebees, I can rhinestone them. So I started gathering all of my materials, and I wanted to be extra, I wanted to be this. So I actually made my dress for Miss Independent. So I took that yellow tulle, and I was like, you know what? I want to give like Queen Bee kind of like warrior. Like, okay, I'm here. I came to slay. So I was like, okay. So I tied that around me, had the yellow going to kind of coordinate. And then I found wings on Amazon that were bumblebee wings that were really cute. And I found those, and I'm like, but of course, what would be me without adding extra sparkle? So I added more sparkle, and then here comes my 8-year-old at the time, Mommy, they light up, and I'm like, they light up. And as soon as I turned the thing on, they were circling around. I was like, oh, I'm finna, like the first day, I feel like we finna kill him on the first day of school. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna kill him with my bumblebee wings. So I was so excited to put these wings on. So, and it had glitter, and then I added extra sparkle. So then I took the black and gold beads, put them around, and then I had a little the headband, the antenna. I said, okay, we gotta commit. So I had bumblebee earrings, I had a honey pot purse, and I had my shoes. I had blinged out my shoes. I had bumblebees on my shoes. I had blinged those out. So I was like, we gotta take it all the way there. So I literally did a black and yellow cane. I had a bumblebee charm. So everything was completely full down bumblebee. And it was like, if I came to win Fun Fashion, I committed from head to toe with that whole entire outfit. I was super excited. And I never forget, we had Ashley Stewart, shout out to Ashley Stewart. We were supposed to model their clothes, and I was torn because I like Ashley Stewart. I like their clothes. I was like, oh, this is a good opportunity. I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I was like, but I really worked really hard on my costume. Like, I want to see it. Like, I really work hard on this. So, and Talia was like, girl, you put your work in there. You go ahead and do it. I was like, okay. And I kind of felt like I said, I was really torn between, wearing Ashley Stewart or wearing my Fun Fashion, but I'm glad I did. Oh, I just felt like a queen bee, and it was something that I actually did. I created, and for me to get on that stage, and this was like a creation that I made from scratch, it was just lit up it just lit up my world.
Being able to go through the makeup and hair and those type of things is something that I, even as a girly girl, don't do. So to be able to be kind of like that moment of me getting to really get dolled up, it was really exciting. Girly girl.
Yeah, we were struggling trying to find purple dress, and me and her. Okay, well, I love her about how we communicate about these dresses. I'm like, I asked her, should we match or should we mismatch? As long as we got purple, all that stuff. And she was like, Mama, just get a dress and just go and get it. Just go get it over with. But
since I'm being real raw with y'all, and pageant day was like, oh my gosh. So another mishap. We're gonna talk about spokesmodel. So spokesmodels comes my assistant. Her name is Miriam. She was so amazing, and that was like one of my highlights of Take Back for pageant day. I'm so glad that I had an assistant. She was prepping my outfit. She was making sure she was good. So when I was getting my makeup done, or I was getting eyeshadow or something, so going there, she's helping me get dressed. Well, I completely forgot that I didn't get my pants hemmed. So, and I'm short, 4'11", and like I told you guys, for talent, I've lost weight. So I'm thinking, I just tried on all of these clothes to make sure that they fit. Well, my suit is too big, y'all. So I got safety pants, and these were I promise you, they were probably about the cheapest safety pants. It looked like, they felt like wire, little bitty wire. So we're sitting here trying to make it work. She's trying to pin and hem up my pants. Time is ticking. I'm supposed to be downstairs. I said, thank you, Jesus. I am contestant number 352, and I'm the last one. But these ladies were flying through the spokesmodel. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta get downstairs. I was like, okay, I'm a designer. What do we do in a pinch?
And just to kind of give you guys a background on that performance, the dress came from my elite executive senior sales director, Lorinda King. She's over our Mary Kay area, and she picked out that pretty little design. And it's for the stage, it's for a presentation, it's for you know, you have to show up in the room and you have to show up looking good and show up looking right.
Put hair ties on my pant leg. I'll pull them all the way up to my knee. And so my assistant is looking at me like, what is she doing? I was like, just work with me, just flow with me. We gotta make this work, because I cannot go down there with these pants like on the floor, like on the ground. Pulling them up. I was like, now you gotta fold them over and we gotta make them flat, like make them nice and crease. So she was like, oh my God, I've never seen this. She was like, you can't even tell that she just did this. So now I'm like, okay, bet, boom, perfect hem. As I'm walking down, I'm like, Lord, please do not let my pant leg shift down. I cannot walk on these people's stage with one leg longer than the other. They already looking at me. My pants is trying to fall down because I forgot to tell y'all, I have my pants rolled up and tied up with a rubber band. Get up there, and as soon as I made the first step, what happens? The rubber band comes off. I was like, okay. So then Lisa calls my name. Panic, so I'm trying to keep the smile. So she asks my question, and I step over and I'm like, hey, I'm contestant number 352, and I'm like, Lord, please don't. Now my pant leg is starting to roll down, and I'm like, okay, keep it 60 seconds or less. I said, get in here, get it done, and get off the stage, because you are finna look like a hot mess. As soon as I said my question, I'm like, all right, thank you. And I grab my assistant's hand and we leave. Right when I get almost off out of the auditorium, my pant leg come falling down. I was like, boy, that was nobody but God.
The glam squad team, if you want to say it, but in preparing us for the pageant day, getting the nails and the, you know, just the whole setup, it was like a fabulous experience. And I'll definitely be hitting them up when we get back to Jersey next year. They were just so like, you know, they were cool. They were awesome. They were a good tag team duo.
Hey, Queen, you dropped this gem. Ah, but you pick up that pearl as soon as I drop the gem, huh? Let's take a listen as our queens reflect with some introspective thoughts so far during their reign.
Now I know it is nothing wrong with my speech and nothing wrong with my speaking. They understand, and I appreciate that. And it's showing me, you know, how to be confident and stuff. So, yeah.
Having that seal of approval by so many people that, you know, consider you to be great when you might not see yourself in that light. So I think that was so inspiring, and just to be able to understand, you know, the behind the scenes aspect of what it takes to, why it's so important to step out on a major stage, because it kind of affirms who you are and your identity as well.
It's not easy how we try to get ready to be prepared, but I'm so thankful and grateful that we have so many volunteers to step up and help us, and just listen to some of the volunteers say, oh, you're so pretty, you got this, and don't worry, stop crying, you're gonna make me cry. And I feel not like woman. They are so sweet, you know, and then and it was, and I see as an independent, it's not easy to get yourself together, but when you have volunteers to help us, they are so amazing. And I'm so thankful for Crystal for all she's doing, all that she getting everything together for the pageant day. It's not easy, but hey, we got it going, you know. And oh my God, it's my first experience to get ready and try to get everything in order. It was struggling to go back up and down in the elevator, you know. And when you can't see, but you're not alone, you got so many support around us, help all the contestants, you know, to make sure we looking good and make sure we get ready and get going, you know.
One night and one more time. Thanks for the Did y'all fill in the blank? I hope you filled in the blank. I hope it's not just me. Here are a few thoughts from our queens that were a little difficult to categorize, but they're worth their own category. Let's listen.
When I heard they call my name, I didn't expect that. And I felt that now, you know, it's telling me they did understand me. You know, what I took on that stage and showed all what I got, you know, to share my story, use my voice, you know, and yeah, I see they understand me. So now I know it's nothing wrong with my speech and nothing wrong with my speaking. They understand, and I appreciate that.
So man, we were sitting on the bed and I was like, come watch it with me. And so he's like, okay. And so he scrolls through. He's like, I want to see my mama. So we get there. And so then he busts out laughing. And I was like, what? And he was like, Ma, you facing the complete opposite way. And he was like, wait. No, you're facing the side now. I was like, bruh. I said, you're not making this any better. So then he's like, well, wait. He's like, okay, well, Ma, you finished forward, you finished straight. And then my brother was in the audience. And he was like, why Uncle Trinell gotta be sitting here yelling so loud? I was like, look, it don't matter. I finished forward. And he was like, when did you practice that? I said, I didn't. I said, that was nothing but a straight freestyle. He was like, you freestyle that whole thing? He was like, no wonder I didn't see you practice. I said, you know what? Okay, it's time for you to go.
New Jersey, like, you know, it's my first time being in New Jersey. I can see now, it's big city, big, you know, like, so fast. I never expected to see that New Jersey is so busy and fast to get going. And down here, it's us all the time, just slow, but it feels good to be, you know, do something different, you know.
Dr. Priscilla, she was phenomenal too. She literally had our backs. I love her. And I got to get to know her a little bit more in the dressing room too. So she came up, she was like, hey, Courtney, this is your assistant, Miriam. And she was like, okay. You know, first I was like, okay, I had everything kind of already set up. So I didn't really know what to tell her to do. So I was like, okay, no problem. She was like, you know, I can help you. And I was just like, okay. Okay, well, I didn't know I'm like, I don't know what to do. She's like, no, just tell me I'm here for you. So tell me what you want me to do. And after that, we just started talking. And then like, she just was like, well, I put this aside. Like, she just kind of started like literally taking things to help me get ready. Like, she looked over the sheet and she was like, okay, you have this coming up, you have that coming up. And I'm like, oh, she's really on it. And so she was like, okay, we need to get you downstairs. Let's go downstairs. We go downstairs. She sits me down. She's like, okay, let me go see what they're talking about. She goes over to another side to see what like everybody else is talking about. So she came back to me, okay, they're saying this, and this. And I'm just like, look, it literally took like so much mental weight off my plate that I was like, oh, okay, I like this. When I say she was on every single thing. The only thing that I hate that she was not being there, that she had to leave right at the end. She had to leave maybe like 15 to 30 minutes before the crowning took place. And I really wish she would have been there to see me getting crowned, because she was definitely like on it. Like, she was helping me undress, get dressed, tie this, like she was, man, I was like, you know what, had it not been for her, I would have been even more in a nervous wreck. But she made it so much smoother to me. To me, pageant day was a mess, like mentally, because I'm trying to worry about costumes and dressing attire, but it was smooth because I had that extra set of help, that eyes, extra set of hands that was only specifically for me.
But it was a lady from New Orleans, because she gave me her her gumbo recipe. I was like, this is so awesome. She was just talking about her gumbo and the way she makes her beignets. That was just a conversation that kind of stuck out to me. And just to kind of give you guys that are listening and considering entering the pageant for next year, I guess I'm a person that I'm a foodie. So something that stood out to me throughout the pageant process was actually the night where all the queens were being welcomed into the room. And Crystal introduced me for the first time to the Saratoga sparkling water. And I just love it. You know, the brownies are great. So it's always those little minor details that you can kind of take home from the pageant experience and share it with others. So like the little things that you can kind of incorporate into your daily life experience to say, I remember where I was when I tasted this for the first time. And it was so refreshing. It was good. The bottle was beautiful. Just the little details of life that are beautiful that you can carry with you. So,
and just to connect with people to grow, you know, and that's all I'm about, you know. And I love meet new people. Like I met y'all. I really enjoyed. At first, I was nervous, but it felt so good to meet you guys and know who you are, and you know, make friends and stuff. And now I know I'm not alone. When I found out y'all had this blind pageant, I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot to do this. You know, like that.
You know. We here at Eyes Like Mine and Ms. Blind Diva know how important it is to give credit where credit is due. Our judges, our sponsors, we could not do this work without you. Our queens have a message for you.
I would like to say thank you to the judges, Miss Dominique, Miss Jacqueline, and Mr. Thomas, for just being there and adding that extra applied pressure. When we met you in one of our powerhouse sessions, I was nervous, and I'll never forget, Mr. Thomas Reed, you asked a question, but you are hard to read, and I was like, okay, you were just real straightforward. You asked a question, and I believe your question was, you know, what makes you qualified for this role? And I'm like, oh, okay, oof, okay, that's I gotta get it together. And after I end up speaking, and after other ladies that were on there said what they needed to say, you were like, okay, thank you. And I was like, okay, was that good? Was that bad? So thank you again. And I knew that you did not come to play. Like, it was like you definitely were taking your notes. And it was definitely something that I took back. I took back home to study, to make sure that, okay, I know I'm standing on this stage to represent any and everybody coming behind me, and ladies and gentlemen out there going to inspire for them to do better. But also I need to impress the judges, and I wanted to leave a lasting impression.
For all the selection committee, all those who saw some measure of worth in me, a sparkle of light, a glimmer, just something, whatever sparked, whatever caught your eye, I'm glad that you were looking. And I'm glad that you made the decision to choose me, because this is pushing me forward into a certain level of destiny that I might not have embraced, because I didn't quite see my personal beauty and my necessity really speaking. I'm just gonna keep it real. My necessity in being able to speak. So a prophet told me one time, she was like, there's victory in your voice. And the more I'm forced to be in different places where I have to speak and I have to say something, I'm realizing that my voice really is needed. So I would just like to say thank you to the selection committee, and I look forward to more opportunities to share and to be heard and to be seen and to be loved and to share love with others. So I think you made a good choice.
I just want to thank them for just the opportunity to be able to showcase myself to them, and them to actually be receptive of who I am and getting to know me based on my performances on stage. You know, and, you know, they were in, I think, one or two of our Empower Hours. So, you know, kind of getting to see who I am, and also, you know, the other ladies, and giving their honest opinions, and, you know, basically allowing us to shine the way we deserve. So I definitely just want to just thank them for their input and their help on choosing our Better Together title winners.
My beautiful 2024 powerhouse court to Sister Roslyn, Sister Belinda, Sister Devar, and Sister Crystal. Thank you for selecting me as the Director towards 2025. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't expect that y'all were gonna watch me and and believe in me when I'm doing this. And I would appreciate for them pick and choose me. And I was shocked, and deep in my heart, I would love to, thank them. And I love you guys, and thank you for choosing me and believing in me.
If you like your keychain, I gave him a personalized tee, and when I did my fun fashion, I was the queen bee, so I gave Miss Dominique and Miss Jacqueline sparkly bumblebee keychains that I designed myself. So thank you so much for being judges. The Miss Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant would like to thank our sponsors:
I Like Mine Incorporated,
the City of Newark,
New Jersey Institute of Technology,
the Newark Museum of Art,
Mountain Lake Public Library,
DJ Tyke,
From Me to Be with Dr. Pre,
Ashley Stewart,
Foreseeable Future Foundation,
Horizon for Hope,
Lim Core Inc.,
Hudson County Community College,
Girl Up,
Girl, Queen Corp, Charm School,
and the lovely Mary Kay Cosmetics, Beauty by Mary Kay with Miss Elisa.
These people are the blessing, and I'm so thankful, grateful for that.
Do you think this could be you behind the crown? Head to our website at www.eyeslikemine.org to fill out the 2026 Unbreakable Edition application for the Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant. We cannot wait to see you shine on stage. Family, friends, supporters, allies, I'm Talia Day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as we unpacked and got a little under those crowns with the Behind the Crowns, A Queen's Confessional 2025 Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant Watch Party. Now, the party does not stop here. This was just the sneak peek. Check out the link in the comments or peruse our social media and you will find the full pageant screening to get all the details, all the tea. You may have noticed that you did not see any photos in our fashion moment segment of the queens and contestants in their evening wear gowns. That is a special fashion moment that you've got to check out the full screening to see and witness. The ultimate shine. Are you a performing artist? Do you love to dance? Join us for Dancing with the Blind, Eyes Like Mine's rendition of Dancing with the Stars. This year, on July 25th, 2026, teams are comprised of one blind or low vision team member and one sighted team member. Come out, show your stuff, choreograph something jazzy, throw on a jazzy little number, and let's see what you've got. We can, as program strategist at Eyes Like Mine Incorporated, and as a member of the Ms. Blind Diva Cares Network, I shall assume this crown of authority, urge you to put yours on too, and check out that pageant full screening. Thank you again for joining us for this special edition of Tiara Tuesday, our 2025 Ms. Blind Diva Empowerment Pageant Watch Party. A Queen's Confessional, behind the crowns. Happy Tiara Tuesday!
Enjoy the
Miss Blind Diva
2025
Empowerment Pageant.
Better Together. Better.
It feels so good to come out the comfort zone and show the audience who am I, and our voices matter, and our disabilities matter.